was just talking.
What could be helpful for next class is probably having them, probably for your activity, just look at their goals as it pertains to the conversation that the bank is going to have. So be like, all right, everybody pull out their goals. Let's look at them again, because I really want them to focus on this planner. You made a great point about planner utilization, right? So whether it looks good or not, the fact is people typically take it like a regular planner or journal. There's a lot of people that write in it for a short period of time, and then they stop doing it, right?
I'm a terrible person, because like I buy journals, then I write in them, and then I see one that's prettier, so I buy a new one and write in that one too.
But the good piece is you write in it. But for these planners, I'm really trying to help people build that commitment part, because I know today we talked about consistency and commitment being the first step to consistency. And I've seen some people's eyes like, oh my goodness, consistency, because that's real. But really, okay, let's go back to the planner. Go back to the planner. In class, as much as we can, having them go back to this, so when they leave class, they know, like, let me open up my planner, because that's essentially what it is. It's a blueprint. It's not something that we say, like, just write stuff down in this, and then,
forget about it forever.
Right, or the words are going to, figure it out, or the numbers are going to figure out themselves. It's a tool that you utilize to take control and make informed decisions about your life. It collects data.
All right, so the next time we do this for the class, you want me to have them pull out the journals and have them look at their short-term goals and their long-term goals.
Every week, we were like, let's go back to your goals every single week. Because when we talked about needs expenses versus want expenses and why those are needs versus wants, we said it depends on your goals. I promise you, if you ask them what goals that they set next week, they're not going to know. Because they're not going to look at their goals again until next week. So we want them looking at their goals and knowing their goals. So when they go out, I love saying this, but they'll say, nope, I'm focused on my goals at this point.
Nope. Nope.
So one of the things I will say about this planner is it's a great resource and tool, because it has very simple information for anyone, right? It talks about what is an emergency fund. It was very interesting when the student was like, what is a refund? I was like, oh.
Well,
okay.
He was one of the ones that raised his hands when he said that he pays for school up front by himself. So I was like, okay, you don't know that. I was like, you know how many kids get excited for refunds? I used to be like, refund time, how much money I'm about to make.
That's real.
I spent all that stuff on nothing.
And making the connection to like why we're in a student loan debt crisis, right? So why so many people have student loan debt, because they looked at it the same way we used to look at it, like refund
money. I'm going
money
out.
in the bank.
Right? I used to buy clothes.
But yeah, why do you think this class in particular today was important?
It's just the basics, the blueprints of what everything is to come, so that they can be prepared. The basics of like income versus expenses. Yeah. So most of them knew that, but some of them didn't. So that's the type of stuff that people don't talk about on a regular, because you assume that someone knows it already. So if you already assuming that they're knowing this stuff, the very basics, then you're not really teaching them anything.
That makes a great point, because even the students was talking about how their parents pay for things for them, and they felt they didn't need to budget, which I thought was interesting, right? They're like, oh, my parents pay for my things, where it's like, think further than that, right? Bigger than yourself.
Even if your parents pay for everything, aren't you still getting the extra money from your parents to use? So you still got to budget that money.
Right. So. And it's always important to know where your money is going as it pertains to you in general, right? Because you come with a cost. So what is that cost? Are you costing your parents $10,000 a year? Are you costing them $20,000 a year? Because if you know that, once your parents stop paying for that, then you know what you need to cover.
Yeah.
So.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we're here to shift mindsets, and it looks like a lot of students are having those aha moments, which I think is great, because as we can talk about all day, we did not have those moments where people was just like, this is what it is, this is the way you're thinking, and we're like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't have these aha moments till after college. I needed them before college, or while I was in college. Those would have been great.
And it's a beautiful thing that we have a lot of freshmen students. So that they can start to look at this information early, they can start to make changes, and they can start to have that conversation. I really want people to talk more about finances. We love to talk about sports. We love to talk about politics. We love to talk about drama. We love to talk about negative things. We don't talk about good things enough, and we don't talk about finances enough. And we're here to change that conversation. But it was great, y'all. Tune in to our YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. I should say that again. Follow me on Instagram at 1428 FW. I love Instagram. You get so much information.
Wait, did you just start Instagram? What's like just start Instagram? Let's talk about. Wait, hold on. I need this to be in the video.
It's probably
when
been
we just start Instagram.
Like a year and a half, maybe.
You plug Instagram hard. Like
I gotta plug it hard. Because the great thing about it is it has really good information as it pertains to budgeting. Because when we think about Instagram, people love to follow like comedians, right? That's great. You can follow comedians, they make you laugh. Comedians make you laugh.
People follow Kardashians. What you mean?
People follow Kardashians because it makes them think about their life differently, right? Follow me and I'll help you think about your finances differently. Ain't that crazy? It's crazy. I love it. So again, follow me. 1428 Financial Wellness. Like, we're having different conversations about money, simple strategies. I'm going to tell you what people are afraid to tell you. There are no secrets to success. It's just who's willing to do it and who's not willing to do it. And they don't do it on their own. You good? Y'all over here stealing pizza from each other.
You're stealing pizza? All right.
And Veronica, you have IG?
No, we're not doing it.
We're going to get your IG. You about to.
Y'all want people to follow you on the wall?
No, I don't.